national debt. So that means 50% of that, 6.6 million and some, or about 6 million and some, 5.5 million and some, due to climate change factors. But to Haiti. You know that Haiti has been descending into chaos as a result of the collapse of their political system, and the countries of the world have been trying to see, and in this hemisphere, trying to see what we can do to help. The United States has been at front and center of this, and that's part of the reason why they're bringing such a large delegation, the Bahamas being 90 miles to the north of Haiti, and being the transit passage for Haitians on their way to the United States. The U.S. has been trying to find ways to solve the political situation in Haiti and to improve the security in that country.
Well, switching gears now, the discussion on whether marital rape should be criminalized in the Bahamas has resurfaced in recent weeks after activists in the nation's capital called for the government not to make a hasty decision on marital rape legislation. Well, tonight, a local pastor is revisiting the topic and shares his views on the idea of marital rape. Here's that report. Last month, Social Services Minister, the Honorable Obi Wilchcombe, revealed that the government is still in the consultative phase of the marital rape legislation. This ongoing process includes open dialogue with church leaders. Well, local pastor Barry Morris is weighing in on the topic, noting that while he does not support abuse, he believes that marital rape cannot exist if a couple is following the laws of the Bible.
Any form of abuse is wrong, any form. The Bible is the seedbed for society. That's what we have. The Bible taught us about marriage. And the reality is, in any marriage where husband and wife are obeying scripture, marital rape is impossible.
Last year, the government drafted a legislation after revisiting the Sexual Offenses Amendment Bill that seeks to criminalize marital rape and redefine consensual sex. That draft received many mixed reactions, especially from church leaders who oppose the idea that marital rape even exists. Pastor Morris is still echoing those sentiments.
A man that is married to a woman should never have to force himself on his wife. Neither should his wife neglect him, that particular part of the marriage that is important to the sustaining of the marriage.
But as it relates to the fight for gender equality in the country, Pastor Morris had this to say.
I think that the fight is not fair, simply because most of the women who are talking about the equal rights business still want a little bit of chivalry. You want the man to open the door for you. You want him to pull out the chair for you. You want him to treat you with tender, loving care. Well, if you're going to be an equal, and you're going to tell me what I could do anything you can do, we equal on that part, then I don't have to do those things for you. You pull out my chair. When we go to the restaurant, you pay the bill. You know, if a thief comes in the house, you go run out and fight the thief, because we're all equal.
He says there is one serious issue that is usually ignored.
We don't discuss the fact that there are many men in our country and around the world who are being abused by women, not just verbally, but also physically.
In news from police on Bimini, police are investigating the discovery of 96 kilos of suspected cocaine. This major drug bust resulting in the arrest of 2 males and 1 female. Preliminary reports reveal that it was shortly after 10 o'clock yesterday morning. Officers attached to the Allentown Police Station, assisted by officers from the Royal Bahamas Defense Force, conducted a search of a vessel at the Cat Key Marina, where they discovered and confiscated the illegal drugs. The illegal drugs have an estimated street value of $1 million. Meanwhile, police continue to investigate. And officers from the Criminal Investigations Department on Grand Bahama have captured Kevin Sidney Roberts of Integrity Road, Imperial Park. The 45-year-old was wanted by CID officers for stealing by reason of service. Meanwhile, CID officers on Grand Bahama want to question a young man whose alias is TJ. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighs 150 to 160 pounds. He is slim built, light brown complexion, and black hair. If anyone spots him, please approach with extreme caution, as he is considered to be armed and dangerous. Please dial police at 911, the National Crime Prevention Office at 302-8430 or Crime Stoppers at 352-1919, 350-3106 or 9, and Family Islanders can dial 300-8476. And the community of Grand Key is mourning the loss of a prominent figure, a man who has been well respected in the community for decades because of his service and dedication to the island and, by extension, the country. Former Grand Key Chief Councilor Roosevelt Curry passed away on Sunday, and tonight one of his longtime friends and colleagues is remembering him as a giant of a man. Here's that story. The community of Grand Key is remembering the life and legacy of former Chief Councilor Roosevelt Curry, who was affectionately called Rosie. Curry was a staple in the Grand Key community as he developed many businesses in that area. He was also an avid supporter of the Free National Movement. Former Member of Parliament for North Abaco, Darren Henfield, describing Curry as an extraordinary man.
He was a giant of a man, a gentle person, despite his stature. Who pioneered and developed a business from scratch, a well-respected marina on a small motel-type property, which fishermen would come from all across the United States and enjoy the Grand Key community with him, and the people in Grand Key, which provided business. He was an extraordinary local government leader.
It is reported that Curry passed away on Sunday, February 12, after a long battle with cancer. Henfield remembers his last call to his friend just hours before he died.
I had an opportunity to speak with him. Just hours before he passed. His daughter, Renee, gave me that opportunity. She indicated to me that he was with her. I called and he tried to speak, and both Renee and I said to him, don't try to talk. All I wanted to say to him was, I love you very, very much. Yeah.
Roosevelt Curry wore many hats. He was a husband, a father, and a pioneer in his community. But Henfield says Curry was also his mentor and big brother.
I will miss him personally, because when I entered politics in 2017, Prime Minister Ingram said to me, you go to Grand Key and you go and see Roosevelt Curry, who is a meritorious council member of the Free National Movement. And he took me under his wing. He took me around the community, introduced me to the people and the community. At the end of the day, I feel the loss personally, because I took him as a mentor, a political advisor, a big brother figure in my life, and I really loved him very, very much.
Coming up, we'll introduce you to the power of love. When the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues.
Pizza Hut Freeport has a super delicious super deal. Now you can order 2 medium one-topping pizzas for just $19.10, VAT inclusive. Choose your pairs with any one topping and crust, pan or thin, and satisfy everyone. Excite your taste buds with Pizza Hut's 2 medium pizzas super deal. And save. Available for carry-out, curbside, pickup, and delivery at Pizza Hut downtown. 352-9191.
The Muffler House over on Lake Namviti Road is offering $20 off on all services this Valentine's Day. Book your appointment at 351-7406. Portobello's Restaurant is the place for lovers. Valentine's weekend with Friday and Saturday night dinner and Sunday brunch. Valentine's Day tickets are on sale at the lobby. Call 373-1333. Don't miss the Valentine's Buy Two Get One Free sale going on now at Pandora, Port Lacaya.
Express your love to that someone special this Valentine's Day with chocolates, teddy bears, or a card that says it all. Create a gift basket that makes a lasting impression with everything you need and more. Shop Bellevue Gifts and Supplies.
Gold and silver jewelry up to 55% off. Watches up to 20% off. Designer sunglasses 10% off. Guess and 9 West handbags. Come and see the cabinets and countertops in stock now at Specialty Kitchen and Bath. Number 16 Oak Street. Phone 688-9661.
Hallmark has your Valentine's greeting cards, gift sets, chocolates, teddy bears, customized gift baskets, and stuffed balloons. Hallmark is your one-stop for Valentine's Day.
Bar Blue at the Britannia Pub. Enjoy Valentine's in cream and drink and food specials at Freeport's most stylish pub on the water. February 14th from 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. Shape Your Crepe, located in the Ruby Plaza Hall's electrical building, will be open during Junior Junkanoo this Thursday, February 16th. From 10 a.m. to 9 p.m., call them at 688-4273.
Our lives are full of action. Hey, babe.
From the studio to the video to back home.
All while balancing family life.
BTC Fiber Internet is our solution.
BTC is best for us. Hello?
With fiber, we save more on fast, reliable internet. And we can prove it.
Go to BTC's website and compare for yourself.
Select your current product, price, and location.
You'll see how much you can save with BTC.
Link up with better value.
Link up with BTC.
It is estimated that 300 million people worldwide are suffering from depression.
There's only so much we as counselors, as pastors, as parents, as friends can do.
Many of these people will consider suicide as a means of escape.
She just couldn't relate to me. And she just knew things.
The tragedy is that many of them don't want to die.
Check on your strong friends was echoing everywhere. And though I agree with the sentiment wholeheartedly, it's definitely not enough.
They simply don't know how to cope with the issues of life.
I don't know what could I have done, and I wasn't there, so I couldn't do nothing.
This is the other side of suicide.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Valentine's Day is just hours away. It is time to set aside to recognize that special someone in your life. Tonight, we kick off a 5-part series in celebration of Valentine's. In this first installment, we will meet a couple who's been together for some 40 years and still going strong. Here's Aja Quant with The Power of Love.
I can't imagine life without Stephanie at this stage of life.
That is what The Power of Love looks like. In 1979, Elvis and Stephanie Burrows met at the Rand Memorial Hospital. He says it was her inner beauty that caught his attention, and for her, it was his gentle, humble spirit that captured her attention. And some 3 years later, after long-distance dating,
she proposed to me. It was not in a traditional way of, getting down on one knees or jumping from a helicopter. She said to me one evening, she said, how long do you intend to be coming around the house? I said, why? She said, well, my dad wouldn't have you coming around,
5, 6 years.
For much longer. So I said, well, what needs to happen? He said, well, we need to get married.
And they did just that. Pastor Burrows says in the dating stage, he created a negotiable and non-negotiable list to which Mrs. Burrows superseded. In today's society, according to Pastor Burrows, couples give up way too easily in their relationships without any form of communication.
We are a generation that disposes of things so easily, and so we bring that same attitude into a relationship. Okay, well, I'm not having my needs met today. I don't feel fulfilled. Instead of working through it, seeking help, well, we go to contestant number 2.
Marriage has its ups and downs, and the Burrows say it was not always easy for them. They say they endeavored to stay connected, and that is what brought them to 40 years.
There were lots of ups and downs, financially, physically, emotionally. We went through it all. But I can really say that we kept the focus on God. But during those ups and down times, sometimes I was really discouraged, but we went through and came out.
And keeping with the power of love, Stephanie Burrows advises couples to seek marriage counseling before getting married. And then after all is said and done, remember to have checkpoints such as Valentine's Day to keep the spark alive. The Power of Love series continues tomorrow as a local pastor dives into the biblical teachings of marriage. But for now, for the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Naja Quant.
Good evening, I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to Sports. We have a whole lot of highlights for you. Baseball, basketball, but in case you missed Super Bowl 54, here's the highlights.
Super Bowl 54 was a matchup between two heavyweight teams, Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. Both teams scored in their first possession, setting the tune for the game. Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts excelled in the first Super Bowl matchup featuring two black starting quarterbacks. But Mahomes turned it up in the second half after re-aggravating a sprained right ankle. Patrick Mahomes was magical when the Kansas City Chiefs desperately needed him to pull off another Super Bowl comeback. Mahomes threw 2 touchdown passes in the fourth quarter and scrambled 26 yards on the go-ahead drive before Harrison Butker kicked a 27-yard field goal with 8 seconds left to give the Chiefs a 38-35 victory over the Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday night. The Chiefs won their second NFL title in 4 years, and two-time NFL MVP Mahomes earned his second Super Bowl MVP award. Switching gears now in sports, the Police Staff Association basketball tournament continued its in-house games on Saturday. At the police courts, Team Central got off to a hot start behind Drexel Russell, who had a hot hand in the first half. Russell almost outscored Northeast by himself in the second quarter. At the half, both teams strategizing to make adjustments for the second half, but Central proved to be too much as they would take this one 40-30. Russell finished with a game-high 24 points.
I feel we played a good overall team basketball game. I told the fellas play hard and hustle on defense, and our shots will open up on offense. I think we did a good job.
Defense wins the games. I tell them stop the ball at half court, spread the ball on offense, and get the ball to our key scorers on offense. I figure we'd have been able to close out the game.
In Game 2, Team Southwest convincingly got the W against Western Division. Final score on that game was 34-20. Games will continue this Saturday at the Fire Station Police Courts. And finally in sports, scores from Little League Baseball on the weekend. The Lions defeated FES Predators 12-11 in 8 and under play. The Buccaneers also got the win against MSC Red Sox 10-5. Now in 10U play, Fortune 360 was victorious against the Buccaneers. Final score on that game was 15-9. And Bahama Rock Red Sox edge out the Lions 6-5.
And that's a quick check on sports, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe. Be blessed.
New year, new look. No, not you, but your home.
Decorative pillows in all colors, textures, and sizes. And if you want to make a statement, pick from over 20 different styles of our 5x8 area rugs. Get cozy in our lightweight comforters. And if you want to switch it up, we have duvet covers in a variety of colors. Decorative pillows from $23.99. Area rugs from $149. Comforters, $29.99. Duvets from $34.99. It's all here at Island Bedding.
Ice the coconut got this. Cocoa skin driven madness. Juiciness, ice the back. This sweet like a sugar in a dripping like ice, honey. I take all of my love me. Sweet like a sugar in a watch it go ba 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 ba. 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 Sweet like a sugar in a
new Clear Platinum flavor. Flavored beers with a kick of rum. Make it platinum.
Hi, I'm Wes. I like to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I would like to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Let us put shoes on your feet.
John West Shoes is now open. Carmichael West, Nassau, behind Wendy's.
Conant Bahamas says, can you feel the love yet? And the home enhancement continues with 15% off all in-stock cabinetry, white shaker, Swiss chocolate, Ovaltine brown, and Hello Milo for the entire month of February. Now is the time to upgrade or modernize your kitchen or bathroom with quality cabinetry from Conant Bahamas. 4 locations here in Freeport, Nassau, Abaco, and Eleuthera. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Tired of the endless bank fees and long lines? The Grand Bahama Cooperative Credit Union is the solution to making your money work for you by providing you with free financial counseling, higher interest on savings plans, and lower interest rates on loans. Savings products such as Christmas and vacation clubs, fixed deposits, and annuity savings allow our members to prepare for today and tomorrow without all of the hassle. Join satisfied Bahamians who left their banking frustrations behind. Open an account with GBCCU 352-4139.
It's that time again. Buy your tickets now for Mr. Lucky's Big Raffle and win. Win one of 2 cars, a brand new 2023 Toyota, large cash prizes, a brand new PS5, and more. Enter today by going into your local Chances store and either depositing $20 or more onto your account or buying $20 or more lotto tickets. Tickets available until March 1st. Winners announced March 4th. So hurry into your local Chances store today. You gotta be in it to win it. Winners take chances. Chances remind you to game responsibly.
Express your love to that someone special this Valentine's Day with chocolates, teddy bears, or a card that says it all. Create a gift basket that makes a lasting impression with everything you need and more. Shop Bellevue Gifts and Supplies.
Athletes across the northern Bahamas inspire us with their performances on and off the field. ZNS is proud to honor these competitors with our Athlete of the Month award. We will select an athlete whose story and accomplishments represents the best in their sporting discipline. Tune in to find out who will be the Athlete of the Month. Will an athlete be you?
Your #1 news team covering the North. Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Pastor Silbert Mills, our good friend in Dundastown, Abaco, you are our Facebook friend of the day, and we also want to wish you a happy belated birthday. And that's it for us here in the North. On behalf of the entire ZNS News team, I'm Simone Davis, but be sure to stay tuned as the Bahamas Tonight continues.
Coming up in the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, CARICOM to tackle soaring food prices. Bimini's $1 million drug bust. NIB increase options. And in sports, Chiefs bag Super Bowl. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report starts now.
ZNS News is linked up by BTC. Whether it's chatting, gaming, content creating, or working smart to get things done, link up to stay connected with BTC.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Akush Lapinder, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. With the latest IDB report urging countries in the region to brace for ongoing high food prices this year, regional leaders are expected to ramp up efforts to reduce the high food import bill across the Caribbean during high-level talks here in the capital this week. Fern Carey has that story.
The ongoing crisis in Haiti will top the agenda when heads of government from across the region begin high-level talks at CARICOM this week here in the capital. Apart from regional crime and security, climate change, climate finance, and the CARICOM single market and economy, food security will also feature prominently at those meetings. It comes as a new report from the Inter-American Development Bank warned Caribbean countries to prepare for the prolonged effects of external economic shocks this year that will include high food and fuel prices. CARICOM Chair, Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis, told reporters on the sidelines of a water supply project commissioning Friday that food security is necessary for the region's recovery and future development. With this in mind, he said the government is also investing more in agriculture.
First initiative will be what he calls the egg project. We hope to launch very soon. It is important, particularly recognizing what external shocks and forces could mean to a country like ours that's consumptive, that we now turn into looking to how we can feed ourselves. And so there's a priority in our agenda to expand our agricultural initiatives. It appears that Bahamian people in and of itself is not yet attracted to getting into business, so we're going to lead by example and try to move into that area and bring people along and hopefully be able to bring them along and then turn them loose.
The opening ceremony for CARICOM is scheduled to take place at the Atlantis Resort on Paradise Island, with the high-level meetings to unfold at the Bahamas Resort. The nation's chief assured that both venues are expected to be safe and secure.
No security concerns at all, and we are ready for any issue that might arise from the prospect of security breaches.
CARICOM will take place here in New Providence, February 15th to the 17th. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
Well, speaking of safety, nothing will be left to chance as regional leaders converge on New Providence for the 44th regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government this week. Police Press Liaison Officer Chief Superintendent Chrysalyn Skippings assures that strict security measures will be in place during the course of the three-day event.
I can say that we have put in place the necessary security mechanisms to ensure that this event goes through without any form of hindrance occurring. We are ready and we're up to the challenge.
Meantime, the public can expect road closures and diversions as a result of this week's CARICOM session that officer in charge of the Traffic Division, Chief Superintendent David Lockhart, says may impact their normal commute, particularly in the downtown area. Now, the first closures will take effect as of 4 p.m. Thursday, while barricades will be erected along affected areas.
Frederick Street between Bay Street and Princess Street, Parliament Street between Bay Street and East Hill Street, Shirley Street between East Street and Frederick Street, Blue Hill Road between Dillard Street and Cumberland Street, Dillard Street in the area of Hospital Lane and Blue Hill Road, and George Street between Duke and Bay Street. As a result of those road closures, all traffic traveling north on Blue Hill Road will be diverted west onto Dillard Street. All traffic traveling east on Meaden Street will be diverted south on Hospital Lane. Traffic traveling west on Shirley Street will be diverted either north or south on East Street. And all local traffic in the affected areas will be all diverted to Bay Street to travel east.
East Hill Street will also be closed. Lockhart adding that as of noon, traffic along Frederick Street will flow northbound as opposed to southbound, with the same flow also for Market, George, and Parliament Streets.
All the road closures will stay in effect from 4 p.m. until about 10 p.m. when the event ends. We're asking persons to be very patient with us. This is a very significant event for us, and we are doing all that we can to mitigate the inconvenience that may be caused to the public. The public should also be aware that during the whole event, there may be need for temporary road closures or traffic stops at different intervals. I don't know what those are this time, but they would be very brief, not more than 5 to 10 minutes.
On Wednesday, February the 15th, in order to accommodate the ZNS Network's live coverage of the prestigious opening ceremony of the 44th regular meeting of the heads of government of CARICOM, the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition will broadcast at 5 p.m., and the Bahamas Tonight The National Report will air at 5:30. That's Wednesday, February 15th, the Bahamas Tonight The Northern Edition at 5 o'clock, and the Bahamas Tonight National Report at 5:30.
A major drug bust on the island of Bimini has led police to recover $1 million in cocaine. The find made after police and Defense Force officers searched a vessel at the Cat Key Marina shortly after 10 a.m. Sunday. There they confiscated 96 kilos of the drug. Police arrested 2 men and a woman in connection with the bust. Press Liaison Officer Chief Superintendent Chrysalyn Skipping says they will continue with due diligence.
And we continue to thank members of the public who partner with their Royal Bahamas Police Force. You have to understand the drugs contribute to the crime and the firearms. And so when you contact your Royal Bahamas Police Force and you provide us with that information, you're actually saving someone's life.
Skipping says so far this year, police have removed approximately 42 illegal firearms off the streets.
We've taken about 2,272 rounds of ammunition. And if you account that it takes one ammunition to kill someone, we've actually saved 2,272 lives. And so members of the public, I call upon each one of you to make your best contribution. This is our country. It becomes safer when we partner and we work hand in hand.
Meantime, the search is on for 2 men following a shooting that's left 4 men in hospital. Police said the incident occurring at a home in Tropical Gardens after 11 p.m. Sunday, when 2 men pulled up in a blue vehicle and opened fire. One of the victims was initially listed in serious condition, with 3 others stable, but Skippings believes one of the men has since been discharged.
There was a Super Bowl party that was being held in the western area of New Providence in the Gambia Village area. The incident took place where we had 2 males who exited a small vehicle and they opened fire on a group of people that were actually at the event. Let me say that they were actually targeting a specific individual. And so it's unfortunate. We had 4 people who were shot. And again, I make that appeal to members of this great country. You know exactly who have weapons. If you don't partner with your law enforcement agencies, these type of situations will continue to occur.
Still no arrest in the 2-week case of a man who was stabbed in the area of Zion Boulevard and died in hospital on Sunday. Police Press Liaison Officer, again Chief Superintendent Chrysalyn Skippings today, reiterating the appeal for any information that can assist with that crime. At the time, she also updated the media on investigations into Friday's early morning West Bay Street shooting that left a Dominican man dead.
In regards to the incident that happened earlier during the month and the individual succumbed on Sunday, we're still making an appeal to members of the public who may have any information that can assist us. We're asking them to come forward. With regards to the incident that occurred in West Bay Street, I want to say that we're following significant leads into that matter, and I will update you with more information at an appropriate time.
In other police-related news, buyer beware, at least in the case of merchandise posted on social media. Authorities issuing that advice after 3 women became victims of fraud in 3 separate incidents. Now, in the first, a 37-year-old woman reported to police that between December 2022 and this month, someone she doesn't know fraudulently bought a cell phone in her name and racked up a huge bill. A 23-year-old caught up in a similar web. However, she reportedly sold a cell phone to a man she met on social media. It was only after completing the transaction that she realized the cash she received was counterfeit. The same to be said in the case of a 25-year-old woman. Matters are all under investigation. You're watching The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
From the youngest among us to the oldest gems, heart disease has touched many lives. And while cardiologists are doing their best to ensure these victims remain alive, nonprofit organizations are also doing their part, drumming up funding to secure the best treatment possible. Join me, LaDon Davis, this month every Friday for Chambers of the Heart.
This portion of the news was brought to you by Sun Oil Limited Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
Hear that? If you listen closely, you can hear the heartbeat of a nation. That unique sound of a great country, pounding with colorful history, a rich culture, and unwavering ambition. When you look around, you recognize its pulse. The people who love to celebrate, who identify with triumph, a people who know how to be our brother's keeper. Commonwealth Bank, built by Bahamians, here for Bahamians, Bahamians helping Bahamians.
Our lives are full of action. Hey, babe.
From the studio to the video to back home.
All while balancing family life.
BTC Fiber Internet is our solution.
BTC is best for us. Hello?
With fiber, we save more on fast, reliable internet. And we can prove it.
Go to BTC's website and compare for yourself.
Select your current product, price, and location.
You'll see how much you can save with BTC.
Link up with better value.
Link up with BTC.
Because they were on sale, Keisha bought these umbrella shoes without thinking. Literally, without thinking. Hungry for deals? Come and satisfy that hunger at KFC before doing something crazy. Snack Box for only $5 with a piece of juicy KFC fried chicken, creamy mashed potato, and the buttery biscuit. A finger-licking good deal.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home health care supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you. At the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Trouble, it might drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home.
The government's weighing a number of options as it relates to an anticipated increase in national insurance contribution rates, a move aimed at ensuring the fund's sustainability. This considering that last year NIB's 11th actuarial review predicted the fund being depleted by 2028.
It's my mandate. I continue to say that I'm going to try to resist putting more burden on our poor working class. And so we are trying to yes, we have looked at the matter. We understand that we have to do something, and we're trying to identify exactly what we do. And increasing the rate is one of the options that we're looking into.
An environmental assessment soon to be conducted in waters near Eleuthera. That according to Transport Minister, the Honourable JoBeth Colby Davis, whose comments follow last week's boating mishap when the MV Legacy ran aground near Egg Island off Spanish Wells. The vessel, which services the island of Abaco, was en route to Marsh Harbour from New Providence when the incident occurred.
We're going to have the team go down. They're going to have to go down and dive and do an assessment from the DEPP. We have technical support from the DEPP and also from the Port Department, who does that investigative assessment, and they produce a report and advise us of any damages to the reef, to the environment, and if there will be penalty and fines that comes afterwards.
This incident just one in a series of transport mishaps over the past year. The Transport Minister also gave an update on the status of Onigo Traveler, a cargo ship that sank in waters near Abaco on December 29th. She says a wreck order has been issued, meaning it has to be removed within 45 days of the time the order was given. So far, 10 of those 45 days have passed, and the Minister has received communication that plans are being put in place for the removal. Well, residents on Russell Island, Spanish Wells, stand to benefit from improved water supply now that a new water plant has been officially commissioned for that community. The project includes the installation of over 10,000 feet of water mains that will provide residents with high-quality piped potable water. Fern Carey has the details.
$100,000 water supply project on Russell Island in Spanish Wells means that some 100 homes in that growing community will now have access to fresh, potable water. Executive Chairman of the Water and Sewage Corporation and North Eleuthera MP Sylvanus Petty says the project will significantly improve the level of service to those customers. While Russell Island resident and Minister with responsibility for the Family Islands, the Honourable Clay Sweeting, highlighted the project's impact on the lives of residents.
It's been a very long time coming. Am I proud? Yes, I am. I am very proud. This was a promise made to the beautiful, hard-working people of Spanish Wells. The water and sewage staff and the Bahamas government is also very proud of this accomplishment. Stay tuned. There's more to come.
Water is one of the most essential elements that human beings require to survive. This extension of potable water supply to this growing community speaks to the government's commitment to bring to fruition the plans laid out in our blueprint for change as we support the continued growth of the Family Island communities. This is but one example to the number of initiatives that are taking place throughout Eleuthera and the Family Islands.
Prime Minister, the Honourable Philip Davis, reaffirmed the government's commitment to providing residents countrywide with a reliable water supply.
For a number of years, we have seen problem after problem, disruption after disruption. I understand the frustration and anger you have felt while experiencing water shortages. Just like people in Nassau, you pay your fair share of taxes, and you simply want the government to do its job in providing services that work. My administration took this issue seriously from day one.
A team from the Water and Sewage Corporation also visited the naval base in central Eleuthera and a desalination facility in the Bogue, North Eleuthera, to inspect the new module tank construction at those plants. General Manager Robert Deal says the expansion initiative will significantly improve the reliability of water, especially in central Eleuthera, which had some challenges last year.
We have installed the 500,000 gallon module tank. What that will do is assist us with increasing the amount of water we have stored on site, the storage capacity at this facility, and also just to the north of that, just beyond us, in very short order, we will start a clearing at that location, and we're going to be building a 1 million gallon storage tank. We expect those components to arrive sometime in late April.
Reporting from the Bogue pumping station in Eleuthera, Fern Carey for the Bahamas Tonight.
Well, now time for the weekly poll question, and this week we're asking, do you think the retirement age in the Bahamas should be raised? Yes or no? To participate, simply log on to our website, that's www.znesbahamas.com, as well as any of our social media platforms to answer. The poll's final results will be aired on Friday. And as always, thanks for participating. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, returns after this.
Fall in love with a 7-course meal perfectly paired with selected wines and live music as Ocean Club Golf Course Clubhouse celebrates their night of love.
This dinner is going to be very unique because first it's been crafted by Chef Adrian himself, and he used the elements which are like very classic and very luxury elements from France. He's going to slow cook the lettuce, which usually we don't do, and he included a fumée of fish in there. So it's going to be a very delicate and very precise. And then we finish by the dessert that I'm going to do, which will be a vacherin, very traditional, very French. It'll be a mascarpone vanilla, a raspberry, and a candied beetroot. The atmosphere is going to be great. You will have very nice wines as well. So each wine have been selected and paired with the dishes. So each wine will go with each dishes and match perfectly. So for Valentine's Day, the customer can have the multiple course dinner in olives. We have one prime dinner in Café Martinique as well, and in fish. Then Seafire. And Seafire will be everything sharing, so more like a duo. Everything will be like a duo. So everything will be served for two. So sharing. So as you know, sharing is caring.
Reserve your romantic fine dining experience with Atlantis at Ocean Club Golf Course Clubhouse by visiting eatdrinksatlantis.com. I'm Joshua Robbins, and this is Tourism Today.
The Department of Education held a district superintendent's workshop at Breezes Resort, Bahamas on Wednesday, February 8, 2023, under the theme, Shaping Education for the Future. The workshop, which put emphasis on leadership, was attended by district superintendents from all across the archipelago. When asked why she thought attending the district superintendent's workshop was important, Honorable Glenys Hannah Martin, Minister of Education and Technical and Vocational Training, had this to say.
The district superintendents sit on a mountain of oversight obligation, and much of what happens in the educational system, success of it, depends on those individuals in there. And they've been extremely effective in what they do, and have created an incredible network to address so many layers of issues. And so I thought it was very important to come to basically to express my support and gratitude to them for the work that they do, the wonderful work that they do. But secondly, to also challenge them on the current times that we exist in and coexist in, so that we are able to bring new vision, I guess, new sightings to the new problems that are on the horizon as we speak, so that we're able to really, create the outcomes that we want to see. We don't want to over anticipate, but certainly we have high expectations for our children, our young people, and we'd like to see that play out and manifest as they move through the system and leave to go on to tertiary education.
For Ed Talk, I'm Lisa Ballard.
Almost every journey starts with your car. We spend most of the early stages of our lives anticipating getting our first set of wheels. When that moment finally comes, let AID be there for all your auto needs. Make it yours by accessorizing, maintaining, and repairing your car with AID. Whether you're a professional mechanic, a recent graduate, a full-time mom, or an I can fix that kind of guy. Or if you're completely clueless about what your car needs, AID will assist in providing a large variety of auto parts, a diagnostic center, and great customer service. For all life's auto journeys, we're here. AID, all you really need and more.
The Bahamas hosts this year's regular meeting of heads of government February 15th through 17th. Join the ZNS Network on Wednesday, February 15th for live coverage of the official opening ceremony of this important meeting of Caribbean leaders. It will all come live from the Atlantis Paradise Island Resort starting at 6:20 p.m. and is all on the only network that matters, the ZNS Network.
Global Learning Exchange can help make your education dreams a reality. Enroll now and your first course is complimentary. Sign up for a free information session today to learn more.
If you've already purchased your gifts and arrangements this year, then good for you. But if you haven't, then you may want to listen up for this one. Our Antoinette Smith today visited a flower shop where the rush was certainly on for those seeking to make sure their loved ones aren't left behind this Valentine's Day. Here's that story.
Haven't gotten a gift for Valentine's Day yet? Well, with less than 24 hours to go, you're officially on the clock.
They will be swarming in because those flowers have to be bought and the chocolate, or else.
With more than 30 years in the business, Janice Major is used to seeing the lucky in love come in late.
We see them coming at the front door, racing in, looking impatient, and I always say, Happy Valentine. You're late, but we're here.
Late, yet anxious to purchase the perfect gift to razzle and dazzle the special person in their lives. While teddy bears and chocolates may work as a quick fix, the in love and infatuated apparently have eyes for only one thing, and that's roses, which around Valentine's Day are apparently the language of love.
It's just always shouts love. Always did. You have some people that insist. I try to push pink, yellow, red, blue. No, red. Red is love. They just love them. They smell good. They look good. They give you a good feeling.
Though sometimes daisies or maybe even a hydrangea will do. But apart from the rose, there's one flower known to last for a week that stands out for some, and that's the sometimes understated carnation.
It's a very good option, and we could always add a balloon to it. They could even, dress it up, tie chocolates on it. It's a very good option for somebody that wants something large but would last. Normally, an older person would buy that because we're just wiser.
And a wise word to some this Valentine's?
Take her, if only a rose, if that's all you can afford. Sometimes one rose shouts love, just as large as a dozen. And a real woman would understand that's all you could do this year. And maybe next year will be a little more.
After all, it's the thought that counts, right? For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Antoinette Smith.
Oh, before the kisses and cuddles are exchanged tomorrow, officials want you to know your status. This campaign, as the Ministry of Health and Wellness today held a free HIV testing center on Windsor Park. Their aim to make HIV testing more accessible to the public, to encourage others to be safe heading into Valentine's Day.
A lot of persons are showing up for testing. Of course, we would like more to show up for testing and know their status. A lot of persons are afraid to know their status, but it's nothing to be afraid of. Knowing your status is a good thing because you can know how to live on a daily basis. You know whether to come into treatment because guess what? That being HIV positive, it's not a death sentence anymore. It's you can get treatment for HIV, even though there's not a cure, but you can get treatment and live a healthy, long life.
According to officials, sexually active individuals should report for HIV testing at least twice a year.
This partners testing is important because a lot of times we see people, especially men, would send their girlfriends or their wives to get tested for HIV, and they figure if their girlfriends or their wife is negative, that means they're negative too. But a lot of persons don't understand that HIV has something called a window period. And the window period is from the time you've been exposed to HIV until the time HIV can be detected in your blood system through a blood test, which takes several weeks to 3 months, which means you can come and get an HIV test and get a negative result, but you can truly be positive. And so when you come out to be tested, we go through pre and post-test counseling. We educate you and let you know all the pros and the cons to testing and also your risk factors when it comes to the window period.
Well, truth is, before you can love someone, it's pretty important to love yourself, right? Well, a group of young men have capitalized on that concept and have taken the plunge to open a new spa, and just in time for Valentine's Day. Our Jiminita Swain was among those attending a soft launch.
There's a new med spa on the block, and they're offering a little bit more when it comes to services.
We have services in different categories like a weight loss, right? So if it's the holidays and you just came from eating that turkey ham or whatever, macaroni, we have different weight loss packages that we could cater towards different individuals or different persons so we can help them look their best, have more energy, along with IVs and multiple low invasive things. So they don't have to go and fly to this place or that place to get cut up and have to be out of work for months.
Co-owner of Essence Med Spa, Dr. Randall Thompson, says he wants Bahamians to be healthier while being exposed to services that enhance what they have or wish to improve.
So have other things where we can help with their face. So some people, they're making faces and the sun is always beaming down on us, making us squint our face, and that may cause wrinkles and things like that. And that could also help us, that could also age us faster than we want to. And we want to bring that back. And we can help them with things like Botox, fillers, minimally invasive, also PDO threads, which is like a facelift, can take 5 to 10 years off an hour.
Thompson is one of several men who operate the business, offering vaginal steaming, lymphatic massages, and other anti-aging treatments, among other things. The group held a soft opening on Saturday, treating visitors to a tour and sharing more about the services. The decor is one that is relaxing and offers a tropical feel, something operators were keen on for this reason.
We know that a lot of people may come in and they may have some insecurities about themselves. And we want this place to be as calming as possible. So when you come in and you express your insecurities to us and we help you find them, you're not blinded like a typical doctor's office when you go in, it's bright lights, bright fluorescent white lights everywhere and coming out and beaming on you and you're shaking and your blood pressure's up. No, we want you to be calm. We want you to be relaxed so we can help you get to where you need to be and you could express to us whatever you need help with.
Thompson sums up why you should visit the spa when you can.
Everyone should visit Essence because we're trying to take you to the new level. We're trying to upgrade your life, your lifestyle. We're trying to help you with your appearance, your mental health, or anything that may be plaguing you that can cause any disparities in your life, as long as we can help you.
And while this may make the perfect Valentine's Day gift, officials hope that you just pop in to treat yourself. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Jiminita Swain.
Well, thanks, Jiminita. Who wrote the 10 Commandments of Love? No, we're not talking about the 1950s hit, but the rules of the road, so to speak, to keeping the fire burning in a relationship. Well, here's your chance to do so and have fun in the process. ZNS Radio and the newsroom have teamed up for such a promotion.
This promotion will be encouraging all our listeners on Radio Bahamas 1540 AM, the national voice of the Bahamas, and also our gospel station, Inspiration 107.9 FM, to call in and give us your version. What meets the criteria of your 10 commandments of love? We've minimized it to 5 commandments. So if you give us 5 that comes to your mind, we could accept that. But the maximum we'll be looking at is 10, and we're going to have the drawing, which is going to be held tomorrow. So far, the response has been phenomenal on both stations. I'm highly impressed, and hey, I think you should call in as well. And with this, you have to be very creative.
Radio supervisor and producer Jamal Moss says once you call in, you're automatically entered into the drawing. The Broadcasting Corporation has teamed up with Janae's Uniform Center to make this happen. Up for grabs are 3 baskets that are absolute must-haves. Now, as for what makes Moss' list?
She has to be one that could blow my mind away. I'm going to be the average guy, But who knows how to cook and clean?
Okay, not bad.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I can put a question to you. What about you?
Well, for now, that remains a secret. To call in, though, for 1540 a.m., it's 325-5403, 4 or 5. For the Family Islands, it's 242-300-8255. For the Gospel Station, the number to call is 502-3830. Now, Newsroom is giving you another chance at scoring a Valentine's gift. And to participate, you need only answer a question. Tonight, we have two for you. The first, for whom did reggae legend Bob Marley write the song Turn the Lights Down Low? The second, in the movie Jerry Maguire, instead of I Love You, what did Jerry, played by Tom Cruise, say to Dorothy, the role of Renee Zellweger? Your answers can be emailed to znesnews@gmail.com. And by the way, up for grabs, a gift basket from Janae's and a trip to a spa. The Bahamas Tonight returns after this.
Join up for life insurance. Secure the ones that you love. Join up with Family Guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family. Join the family. Family Guardian. Protect the ones you love. A friend that you can trust. Family Guardian.
It's that time of year again, and Rev wants to send you and the guests to Portland for the NBA VIP All Access Experience. Rev customers can enter to win an all-expense-paid trip for two to see the Boston Celtics and the LA Clippers take on the Portland Trail Blazers March 14th to March 20th. Sign up or upgrade to Rev Trail Plus today to enter to win the NBA VIP All Access Experience to Portland. Rev, made for the game.
Shell Unleaded improves your fuel economy, giving increased miles per gallon, allowing you to do more of what you really want. Special additives used in Shell Unleaded improve your engine's efficiency. So go further with Shell Unleaded. Venture out to beaches, Junkanoo, and festivals and bring home memories that will last a lifetime. Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. Before teens get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
Our free pick, pack, delivery service gives everyone in the Family Islands a chance to shop a variety of club products and prices right from home. Simply call or WhatsApp your order to 242-677-7266 or email order@amlfoods.com. A friendly customer service representative is waiting to pick, pack, and deliver your order to the mailboat of your choice. The options are truly endless, and with membership, you save even more. So order today and let Costrite pick, pack, and deliver right to you.
Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis addressing concerns over what many see as an illegal Haitian immigration crisis during a town hall meeting on San Salvador Friday night, noting that for the first time, the detention center is housing more Cubans than Haitians. According to Davis, while in excess of 3,000 Haitian nationals were repatriated in 2022, there were no known successful Haitian boat landings that year.
In addition, we have meeting them out to sea and turning them back. If we once in international waters, our ships with the U.S. Coast Guard, we turned them back. Cuba, they just alert us about the problem. We're having today more problems with the Cuban migration than the Haitian migration. Because since Trump went into office, he reversed all of the initiatives that Obama had. And those initiatives kept the Cuban people home. So when they were reversed, they then started looking towards the north again.
Well, the nation's leader says in many instances, Haitian nationals are trying to bypass the Bahamas, but weather drives them into local waters. He adds that a recent U.S. policy has also contributed to the recent influx in illegal migrants.
The new policy that the U.S. has announced, where they're going to give 30,000, they're going to allow 30,000 refugees into their country from 4 countries, from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela. So you're from those countries, they're going to allow you in as refugees, and they're giving you 30,000 a month. Now, what that has done, if the last group of Haitians that we took into custody was about 360 on one vessel, another 110 on another. And I can tell you they've all gone back now as of last week.
Well, it's time now for a check on Family Island weather, and for that we turn to Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Makisha. We're under mostly cloudy skies. A cool 68 degrees is the current temperature. Relative humidity 61%. We have north-northwest winds at 15 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,016.7 millibars. That is 30.02 inches, and the pressure is rising. Temperatures around the Family Islands this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 67 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, Greenville, Key, and Marsh are about cold. Berry Island, 68. Alistown, Bimini at 67 degrees, 68 in Harbor Island. Rock, Sandy, Lutra, Black Point, Exuma, both reporting 70 degrees, 69 in Camp Space, St. Andros. Fresh Creek and Central Andros at 68 degrees, 70 degrees in Otterstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rum Key, 73. Georgetown, Exuma, 74. 76 in Ragged Island, Clarence, Long Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, Maguana, 78. Ackland, 78. Matthew, Tanya, Nagua, 79. And the Turks and Caicos Islands at 77 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Tower King, and the Paint Setter. For all areas tonight, the winds are going to be northerly, those winds coming down 10 to 15 knots. The wave heights will subside 2 to 4 feet over the ocean, with your high tide taking place at 1:38 in the morning. Now, tomorrow, in the northwest and central parts of our country, northeast to east winds at 10 to 15 knots, with the wave heights just around 2 to 4 feet. Low tide at 8 or 9 in the morning, with the high tide at 1:51 in the afternoon. Now, for the southeastern islands tomorrow, the winds a little stronger out of the northeast to east at 12 to 18 knots, and the wave heights 3 to 6 feet. So caution flags will be in place for the southeast Bahamas tomorrow. And then Wednesday, middle of the week, the winds become southeast in the northwestern parts of the country at 12 to 18 knots. The wave heights building 3 to 6 feet. So we will post caution flag for the northwest Bahamas on Wednesday, with the low tide taking place at 9:18 in the morning, high tide at 3 in the afternoon. In the central and southeastern islands on Wednesday, southeast winds increasing 15 to 20 knots. The wave heights building further 4 to 7 feet. Caution flags also go up for the central and southeastern islands on Wednesday. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Don't care if you're going or not, passing through. What you gonna do? Try the wine, passing through. Hey, I wine on something, wine up on something, shake up on something, wine up on something. Now dance up on something, wine up on something, shake up on something, wine up on something. 'Cause it's real, got that time to join the line, time to lose your mind, 'cause it's homecoming time. Man, if your car break down, see the jitney coming.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, your extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Let's go.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
On Wednesday, February the 15th, in order to accommodate the ZNS Network's live coverage of the prestigious opening ceremony of the 44th regular meeting of the heads of government of CARICOM, the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition will broadcast at 5 p.m., and the Bahamas Tonight The National Report will air at 5:30. That's Wednesday, February 15th, the Bahamas Tonight The Northern Edition at 5 o'clock, and the Bahamas Tonight National Report at 5:30.
Hey, it's your honorary pump attendant back again with another episode on the do's and don'ts at a service station. Let's go. What you ain't gonna do is just pull up to any dispenser and put the nozzle inside your car without reading the signs. Because if you put the wrong fuel inside your car and the car mess up, you could be mad at us, all right? And then you have to walk or catch bus for about 3 to 18 months. What you're supposed to do is read the signs. We place signs all over the dispenser to tell you which fuel is which. Because you put the wrong one in the car, say bop, and you could be mad at us. You could be, oh, what happened to my car? No, it's you who ain't read. It say diesel, diesel, one word, diesel. You got up, and you mad at us. Read, that's all you have to do.
Wednesdays just got a whole lot better. Introducing Whopper Wednesdays at Burger King Nassau. Get a flame-grilled Whopper for only $5.50, including VAT. Yes, you heard that right. This Wednesday, you can indulge in the classic flame-grilled Whopper you love, made your way for only $5.50. Stop by your favorite Burger King Nassau location this Wednesday and enjoy a Whopper for only $5.50. Burger King Nassau, where taste is king.
It's February, the month of love, and you're gonna love this week's specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Rainbow corned beef, 12-ounce, 2 for $5. Libby spaghetti and meatballs, 15-ounce, $1.39. Mazola cooking oil, 40-ounce, $5.39. Kraft macaroni and cheese, 7 1/4-ounce, $1. Chicken leg quarters, 10-pound bag, 89 cents per pound. Donate your change to help feed the Humane Society animals at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Welcome to your Monday Sports, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports news. Well, it was a game for the ages and one that definitely lived up to the hype. The first Super Bowl matchup between two black quarterbacks in Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts. The Kansas City Chiefs and Philadelphia Eagles would engage in a shootout in Glendale, Arizona for Super Bowl 57. The Eagles would get out the gate strong and take a double-digit lead into half, and things would look grim for the Chief faithful thanks to a nagging injury to their star QB. But powered by 3 touchdowns and some good old-fashioned Mahomes magic, as well as a game-winning field goal by Harrison Butker, the Chiefs would defeat the Eagles 38-35 and secure their second Super Bowl in the past 4 years. Mahomes would go on to be named the Super Bowl MVP. Also getting his first Super Bowl ring last night would be Chiefs defensive back DiCaprio Bootle, who has very strong ties to the Bahamas. While not on the active roster, Bootle is a part of Kansas City's practice squad. The former South Florida high school football star, while he was born in Miami and attended the University of Nebraska, his family from the Bahamas. After going selected in the 2021 NFL Draft, Bootle signed as an undrafted free agent with the Chiefs. He was elevated from the practice squad in Week 16 against the Pittsburgh Steelers after the defense lost starters for the game due to COVID-19 protocols. He took advantage of the opportunity by leading the team in tackles with 7. Bootle, in this video from his Instagram, can be seen celebrating with his teammates and the Lombardi Trophy. And thanks in large to Super Bowl Sunday, the Capitol was pretty festive last night with a number of businesses and organizations hosting their Super Bowl parties. Among them, right down the hill, the Evangelistic Temple's men's ministry held their watch party that was filled with fun and fellowship. Also getting in on the action was the Tiki Bikini Hut that hosted their event on Junkanoo Beach that saw locals and visitors come together to witness the biggest sport event of the year. And finally, residents of the Bain and Grantstown community were treated to free food and drinks as well, thanks in large to the area's MP.
What we have here tonight is a Super Bowl party in Bain and Grantstown. All you can eat and all you can drink for my constituents in Bain and Grantstown. To show our appreciation for their continued support of me in this community. All you can eat, all you can drink. We have a big screen and everybody's just enjoying themselves. No incidents free. We just want to say, I just want to continue to show my support for the constituents of Bain and Grantstown because it's on their shoulders in which I stand. They're the people that deserve it. So we don't need them to pay for anything tonight. We taking care of them in Bain and Grantstown.
And for Watson, he's no stranger to our next story, having served as one of the country's top high school basketball coaches over the past several years. After a 2-year hiatus caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, the country's most revered senior high school basketball tournament is set to return, all with a new home. Hugh Campbell is back, and organizers announcing as much this morning at a press conference held in the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium.
And because of COVID, and our team overcoming challenges. We have 24 teams that will be in our Hugh Campbell public and private schools. 3 schools from Abaco and Bimini is also as a part of our Family Island schools. And of course, a lot of you are waiting for our schools from Grand Bahama Tabernacle will be present.
I want to thank the Air Valley School for coming back after a 2-year hiatus. The NSA is proud and very ecstatic about the partnership forged and bringing the entire championship over to the Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium. As we continue to upgrade our facilities and provide wholesome facilities and that our kids can have wholesome activities in, we are continuing to partnership with initiatives such as the Hugh Campbell Championship, which will take place for the entire time. I think this is the first time that we will have the entirety of the tournament in the Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium. I just want to say from Minister Mario Boleg, he sends his support and he supports the initiatives.
With the Carifta Games right around the corner, the sponsorships have begun to roll in one by one. President of the Bahamas Association of Athletic Associations, Jamaico Archer, saying that he hopes this momentum can continue for other events as the Federation is looking to engage more corporate sponsors.
Development of our programs. As I had indicated earlier, there are approximately 8 major regional and international events that we will be taking teams to. And so there is a Herculean and very aggressive budget that we have in place to try to get our teams offshore. And so we talk about the need for corporate partnership. We're always very, very grateful to our perennial partner, which is the government of the Bahamas. I think that, you know, of any major partner or financial donor, it would be the government of the Bahamas. But that's never enough. And so one of the missions of our federation is to begin looking at how we are going to engage corporate Bahamas in a very different way.
And that's been looking at your sports on this Monday. A check on weather when we return.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
The 44th regular meeting of the heads of government of the Caribbean community is being held in Nassau from February 15th to 17th. Tune in to Live at CARICOM, live from Bahamar on Thursday, February 16th and Friday, February 17th at 8:30 a.m. Live at CARICOM returns on Thursday and Friday at 8 p.m. with a wrap-up of the day's events. Keep up with CARICOM 2023 on the only network that matters, the ZNS Network.
Looking to create that special gift basket for a special occasion? Visit Janae's Uniform Center, Chesapeake Road. Choose from their large selection of baskets, plush toys, teddies and bunnies in a variety of colors and sizes, unique lighted teddies, specialty mugs and fragrances. Get your unique design or words heat pressed on an item to create that special gift. All from Janae's Uniform Center, Chesapeake Road. Call 394-8385 or 6 or WhatsApp 817-3295.
Are you a contractor or new homeowner? Maybe you need a few pieces of lumber for your DIY projects. Welcome to Capital Lumber, the newest building materials company in the Bahamas. Located on Parkgate Road, Nassau, helping you to maximize your savings on lumber, cement, shingles, tools, and much more. Your one-stop shop for all your building essentials. With free delivery to the mailboat. Visit us today. Capital Lumber. Build strong.
Colon cancer is the third most common cancer affecting Bahamians. Your risk of developing colon cancer is increased if you have a personal history of colorectal cancer or colon polyps, a family history of colon cancer, or inflammatory bowel diseases such as ulcerative colitis. Other factors that can increase your risk of developing colon cancer are low fiber, high fat diets, a sedentary lifestyle, obesity, smoking, and alcohol. You can take steps to reduce your risk of colon cancer by making specific lifestyle changes. Eat a variety of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. These foods contain fiber, minerals, vitamins, and antioxidants, which may play a role in cancer prevention. Drink alcohol in moderation or not at all. Do not smoke. Exercise with a goal of getting in at least 30 minutes each day. If you've been inactive, start slowly and gradually build up to 30 minutes. Also, talk to your doctor before starting any exercise program. Maintain a healthy weight. If you're at a healthy weight, maintain it by combining a well-balanced diet with daily exercise. If you need to lose weight, ask your doctor about healthy ways to achieve your goal. Colon cancer screening can also help to prevent colon cancer or lead to its early detection when treatment is most effective. If you're 45 years or older, speak to your doctor about having a colonoscopy or some form of colon cancer screening that may be appropriate for you. I'm Dr. Eugene Marcus Cooper. Pay attention to your health. Get the facts and discuss colon cancer with your physician today.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health in partnership with the Public Hospitals Authority.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, that front boundary now in the southeast Bahamas continuing that trek towards the south and east, and we expect it to dissipate over the next day or so. High pressure remains behind that system, and that will maintain some relatively fresh breezes over the next couple of days. Our forecast for tonight looking like this: mostly cloudy, a bit on the chilly side tonight, getting down to 64 degrees. And if that cloud deck breaks sufficiently before sunrise, we could even see that temperature drop even lower than that 64-degree mark. And then tomorrow, it's going to be pleasant with some sunshine and patchy clouds floating around. High temperature around 77 degrees tomorrow, and the extended weather forecast, beautiful weather for over the next several days, taking us right into Friday. But come Saturday, there's another frontal system moving through, not as strong as the one that passed through last weekend. It will render temperatures in the 60s, but for the most part, they will be in the upper 60s as of Sunday, heading into early next week. Makisha?
Fly. Eagles. I will see you, Johnny, and I will see you, Tall Boy. Let's go, friend.
Butker up. Got it. Here we go. Hurts has all day. Now some rushers come. Going to throw it as far as his arm can take it, which is well short. And the Kansas City Chiefs have won Super Bowl 57.
Man, one of y'all said the Chiefs were going to take it home this year. Not a single one. Feel it? And on top of that, next time the Chiefs say something, put some respect on our name.
Well, Johnny was here, so was Theron. Let's just say everyone was here. Everyone but Trevor Kimbo Francis, who was the no-show today. So we're really hoping you could help us find him. Just take a look at this face. I can tell you, Kimbo, that wherever you are, we hope you're safe and still mustering up the courage to be in good spirits. However, whenever you return, your Pampers await. Well, that does it for the Bahamas tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. From all of us here at ZNS, thank you for watching and good night.